Okay, good evening to all. I think we should start the session. Today, we have with us Prashant Sir, Senior Scientist from Amrita University of Biotechnology. We have Sundar Sir from Singapore University. We have Subnakar Sir from LPU University. We have Renuka Ma'am, Principal Research Scientist from Amrita University of Biotechnology. We have Aparna Ma'am from Chile. Um, and we have Mehak from IISc Bangalore. Good evening to one and all present. To all this, good evening to all the students. Sir, can we start the session? Prashant sir.
Please, Thank you. Thank you, Rajarena, for your kind introduction. Welcome, dear all children. I'm the founder of this organization called BioClose, which stands for Bioinformatics Club for Experimenting Scientists. Here we have, several of our core members here, where we'll be introducing you to this wonderful world of bioinformatics. Uh, I think most of you have heard of the word biotechnology, but the word biotechnology is not certainly a kind of a word that is rarely used. It is seen in every household in terms of fermentation that we use. We have something that we call as a yogurt. We take the milk from Jama kar dete hain, that is nothing but fermented, and the fermented product is nothing but what we call it as a yogurt or a curd. But basically, when you apply information technology to this, it is nothing but bioinformatics. So bioinformatics is suddenly a kind of a tool that emerges from these two concrete disciplines. One is biotechnology and the other one is information technology. Okay. This program we have been associated, we started way back in 2008 in Pune, when I was working there as scientist Singh in CDAC. But somehow, we couldn't, continue. But again, in 2019 and 20, we started this flagship program with our advisor, Sundardam, who is a reputed data scientist who is based in Singapore. And we have got all our faculty, teaching each of these particular courses over the last, 3 years. And we have successfully finished about three important cohorts, okay, where we have 12 enticing subjects, which are taken across 2 weeks every month. I know many of your students are very busy with your 10th, class 11, class 12 courses, but will not make you embroiled with a lot of exercises. We have got a more catchy and a stimulating environment where you are taught about very basic bioinformatics and all those kind of things, which Sundarda, Rajul, Renuka, Aparna, Mehak, Subbu, and all of you, all of them, will really take you forward. But the most important thing post COVID times is what best you can make a merit out of it. What best you can do if you are really interested in biology or biotechnologies. Okay, can you really apply it? It is nothing but information technology in biology, or can you apply biology and information technology? That's a very brainstorming exercise that you can do during your summers. Okay, and that's where these particular bioinformatics for school children is made of. This is up to you. Our society is a professional society, which is India's largest bioinformatics society, which we founded in 2005, and we have been relentlessly striving hard and fast in working towards these four important goals: mentoring, outreach, research, and entrepreneurship. which is acronym MORE, and we have been, successful in mentoring as many as 3,000, graduate students who are working in various, disciplines, and who are placed across, at least 30 countries all over the world. Okay, so I think I'll just stop here. But this course is for you, where you can convert your thoughts into success stories, where you can convert your thoughts into actions, where you can ask some kind of stimulating questions in biology, where you have those kind of questions that you can really ask and apply using information technology. Okay, so I'll probably stop here, and I thank Rajni for the kind invitation. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful talk. Now I'll take you all to this e-interaction course on bioinformatics for school children, where you will have inquisitive learning sessions on bioinformatics from mentors which have a cumulative experience of over 100 years in bioinformatics. So let us start. The first and foremost question which you'll be having in your minds is, what is bioinformatics? What is so special about bioinformatics that we are here to learn on? What is so special about bioinformatics that we don't get this domain in our school studies? So, as this word suggests, bioinformatics is the amalgamation of biology and information technologies. By saying this, I mean we use computational analysis for understanding and solving biological problems. So here, one more question comes to my mind. At what point does the real biology begins? By saying this, I mean we all know what is biology. Biology is a branch of science which deals with living organisms and their life processes. So where does these life processes originate from? It originates from this DNA. This DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, which is the where your whole genetic material is encoded within your body. This DNA then transcribes into RNA to get translated into protein. These proteins can work individually, or they can work with other proteins and molecules, and this interaction is very specific to a specific cell. These interactions give rise to various specific pathways and networks which forms a whole cell. These dedicated cells forms tissue which have similar functions. Similarly, these tissues have specific origin, specific function, and specific structure to form organ. Such organs then form organ systems to make an individual organism. So I think I'm clear here that in the process from DNA to the whole being itself, it involves a lot of processes, it involves a lot of data. So here in bioinformatics, it aids us to store, transfer, analyze, and display all these data so that we come across a hassle-free way. Here, this chart represents that how far we have come in terms of technology since 2 decades. Earlier, for an example, development of vaccine used to take, say, not less than 10 years and a lot of energy, time, and money. But it would not be correct to say, thanks to COVID, we developed so many bioinformatics tools and strategies to come up with a vaccine which is very safe and which is there in, say, about 12 to 36 months, and which is very prominent. So here, before, what we used to do, we used to study genomics, proteomics, and metabolomics, different domains of biologies separately. But now, with the aid of engineering biomolecules, biotherapeutics, omic technologies, we have clubbed all these techniques together to come up with system biology, which deals not only with genes, not only with proteins, not only with metabolites that are processed between the different metabolic stages. We study them hold together, because as a system, as a human, our body never works on a single omic studies. Here, genomics stands for study of genes, study of whole genes. Proteomics stands for study of proteins, and metabolomics stands for study of small substance chemicals, metabolites that are produced during the stages of metabolism. So here, bioinformatics combines all the techniques together to come across system biology. So system biology has been in research since many years. Here we focus on a system as a whole. We see where the mutations arises, where the mutation falls. Mutation here means what are the changes at genomic levels that takes place that forms a reason of full phenotypic change. By saying phenotypic change means there is a small change in the genome in your genes, and the whole system gets affected. For example, cancer, a small mutation in a gene can cause cancer. Likewise, we'll study about proteins, interactions of different molecules, biomolecules, and so on. So these were all technical terms. Now, from your end, what you need to have? You need to have the basic ABCs for a good practice, where A stands for correct attitude, B stands for building a team or building a bioinformaticians together, your consistency, continuity, and credibility. Here are some world-famous Indian scientists who gave new dimensions, meanings, and revolutionized the world science. Here, I think we all know about APJ Abdul Kalam. I think all the people here must be familiar with this name. He was our 11th president. But apart from the president, he was also known as the Missile Man of India. He was a aero scientist. He gave its contribution in physics and aeronautics. Here, the first picture is of Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose. He developed a technique where he could measure the growth of plant cells. Likewise, we have various eminent scientists who had a great contribution towards science. So, who are these scientists? Who are the researchers? A scientist is the one who practices science. It is as simple as that. Keep it simple, keep it stupid. Means ask yourself what you need to do. Keep it stupid. Keep asking questions. Here, we focus on teamwork. We don't, as a scientist, we cannot work alone. There is no I in the word we, in the word team. So, all the scientists come along in coordination with each other, and they bridge the gap of knowledge. They bring the expertise together. Like I have this example from China. They have this wonderful practice in their school-going children. They assign this work to all the students to collect photographs of all the insects and small creatures, what they get, and they have a database where they can put in the new species, where they can put on the work they have done, they can put on their photographs. This is how they plant their scientists in the students. So we need to think differently. We need to see things differently. So I need to ask a question here. Where do you all see yourself in, say, coming 10 years? Okay. So to answer this question, you need to be dreaming. You need to have a goal. You need to have a vision. Okay. So let's practice this SWOT technique. What is the SWOT analysis? Here, we will do this thing together. We will work upon our strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Each of you individually, I think I'll ask you all to have some notes on this. You mention your strengths, you mention your weaknesses somewhere, you mention what you cannot mention, you assume what opportunities you can have, and what are your possible threats in that. This will help in evaluating you yourself, what you want. So how can you become a good bioinformatist or scientist? First of all, yes, you all are school going children. You need to pass your school. You need to finish your 12th grade. And then you need to ask yourself what you are passionate about. Is it biology? Is it physics, chemistry? Is it any other subject? This is the beauty of this bioinformatics. It doesn't, focuses you on just biology. You can have any background you want. You can like physics, you can like mathematics, you can like chemistry, you can like IT, computers. This all can help you in becoming a good bioinformatician. So when you pick your favorite, you will take your undergraduation course. Say, let it be BSc with your favorite subject, and then you need to do post graduation or MSc or MTech. Then you again need to think about, do you really have that research aptitude? Do you really need to work upon what you think means what you want to achieve? Then you have your doctorate, that is PhD in that. The second thing is, you always need to keep up your expectations and hopes. You cannot think like, oh, I am having such burdens, such subjects, I cannot focus on this, I cannot focus on that. Can I learn this? No, you should always have hopes, yes, that you can learn it. The third thing is this only, you should always say this to you, that yes, I can learn out of curiosity. This is the fourth step. Discuss science and have some curiosity. Until and unless you don't have curiosity, science is not really your subject. Science is all about curiosity. You need to think about what is there behind the curtain. You always need to have the curiosity to see what is there, which we cannot see. Okay, so you need to ask yourself all this, and then you need to again search, this really a forte? So this is a picture that Prashant sir always shares, that can you all answer? Can bioinformatics tell us how many, why many are obese? I'll leave this question, since this is the introductory class. I'll leave this picture for the next session. You please see this man, what he is up to, and we will discuss this in the next coming class. So coming to this session itself, who should join this course? All the students who are between the age group of 12 to 18, that is, they're studying in around 8 to 12 standard, they can join this course. Of course, for joining this course, one should have high passion and should carry those ABCs with you. Okay. And to join this course, you need to pay a fees of 1,000 rupees if you are residing in India. And for NRIs, it is 2,000 rupees. So we will share the link where you can explore how you can pay to enroll in this course. And you always can have a discount if your parents are willing to be a life member, or your parents are already a life member in BioClues. So here in this program, we have total of 12 classes where we will have classes on 2 Saturdays per month. That is 2 class of 2 hours each Saturday every month. Not each Saturday, 2 Saturdays every month. This brings about 24 classes. In these 24 classes, we have divided our curriculum in 12 modules, where we will take you through different domains of bioinformatics. We will briefly take you to applications of bioinformatics, big data science, molecules and proteins, system biology, protein interactions, microbiology, genetics, statistics, basics of Linux programs, and coding. Coding is very famous, I know, these days. And the rest 3 modules will be hands-on sessions and product development. Thank you. I hope I make these points clear. Now you all can please open up your mics and discuss. What do you think? What are the questions? Yeah, can I ask the students, please? to join their thoughts? Aman Jankal? Am I audible?
Yeah, Razuli, you're audible only. You're audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Indrani.
Yeah.
Acha,
Ma'am, my
Shivani
mic is
Sinha.
not working. Yeah.
Acha, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome, Sunil sir. Shivani, can you please introduce yourself to the class?
Good evening, everybody. Myself Shivani Sinha from class 9th D from DAV
Yeah,
Centenary
okay.
Public School.
Thank you. Anaya Mehta. Yeah, can you please open up your mic and introduce yourself to the class?
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
All right. Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Naya Mehta. I am in grade 12 in the Sri Ram School, Wansri, and it's lovely to be here. I really like the presentation.
Yeah. Srihari Sharma.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, great. First of all, great presentation, fantastic initiative by BioClues and Prashant sir. I'm the mentee for Sundarajan sir, and I completely believe that all the modules that you've shown and given, that will give a great understanding to somebody who is planning to get into bioinformatics, especially with school children. So yeah, great.
Oh, thank you for your feedback. Yeah. Surya Gaur, can you please introduce yourself to the class?
Yeah, sure. So, good evening. I am from DAV Centenary Public School at DAV Jaipur, and I am a student of 10th B, and I am now will be going in 11th.
Okay. Aditya Sharma.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. I'm Aditya Sharma of class 10C of DAV Centenary Public School Jaipur, and the presentation was too good. I liked it.
Yeah. And Aradhya Sharma, can you please introduce yourself to the class?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. My name is Aradhya Sharma, and I study in class 10th A from Parvati Radhakrishna Formula School. And your presentation was really interested. I really liked it.
So I should take this that you all understood the concept and you are willing to take this course. Sundar sir, please can you speak a few words? Renuka ma'am, are you there?
Yes, it was a wonderful presentation, Rajul. Thank you for moderating this session, and it's really good. So you have elaborated what we are exactly focusing on, and would like to give that kids learn how to in a way you have to whatever you are learning about biology in the form of various concepts with respect to plants and animals, that you are going to use different tools computationally and trying to explore different things, how it works in the computation. So that's really good. Thank you very much, Rajul. And also, students, please enroll so that we can start the 4th cohort in such a way that you will get involved with different scientists here, and then yeah, it will be wonderful for you to interact with us. We look forward.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm sharing here the form which students can explore and fill in if they want to join. I'll also share the I'll also share the BioClues ID so that you can always write to us if you have any queries. When the program would get started, we will respond to you. I'll be happy to answer any queries if you have regarding the course. Please feel free to ask. I'll also ask
If
core
you have
members.
If you have any queries, please you can share your thoughts, and it will be great to know what exactly you want to learn, and then based on that we can also give good information to you.
Yeah. I'll ask the other core members if they can share their thoughts on this. Hello.
Yes,
Raghu?
Dr. Subnakar and Dr. Aparna, please share your thoughts if you can, and as well as Indrani. We have Sundata and I think Mehak is also here. So please share your thoughts, and it will be great for them to learn and be with us.
Hello, ma'am. Is my voice audible, ma'am? Renuka, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Razul. First of all, yeah, as everyone appreciated, Razul, it was such a wonderful presentation that you gave. Thank you. And you give a clear-cut information like what students can learn from here, each and every key points that you have included here. And I'll ask all the students also to interact, as ma'am suggested, to interact with all of the scientists who are here so that you can get an opportunity to learn without any hesitation. First of all, I had a question to all the students who are there. Whatever Raju has presented here, what you all understand. She just gave a very, very brief overview of the subject. So you people, your kids now, you're all just new to this subject. So if you have any questions, please ask to her. Okay. Because hereafter, you see, as the module starts one by one, it will be getting more and more deep into that. So you can clear your doubts here. Please, any of the students here, at least one of them should ask a question. If you don't ask a question, this means either you have understood everything or you have understood nothing. You have not understood nothing. So, yeah, that's okay. We will try to share all the information with you in further emails also. So if you feel any problem at any stage of time, you're always free to ask us. You are always free to mail to us. We will be happy to answer your queries.
Ma'am, I have a query.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, is it a course or anything? What is this? I'm not getting through the point.
Okay, a good question indeed. Okay. This is a semester course where you will be taught about bioinformatics, what are its applications, what are different domains of bioinformatics that you can explore, irrespective of the subject you belong to. Surya, okay, since you are in 10th, you must be having all the subjects.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will let you know means how you can use computational tools, how you can use your computer to understand biology better. For starting, I know you all study biology. You all study biology, what is there in your book, and you think that is sufficient for you to study, to understand. But they don't. The textbook is, I think, quite. It doesn't cover all the knowledge that you should know about biology. Say, see, you are a human. You have DNA in you, right? You understand DNA, Surya?
Yes,
What is DNA? So DNA has a repetitive units of nucleotides, right? So if
yes,
I
ma'am.
am there to write down each and every code. See, what is DNA? DNA is the repetitive unit of nucleotides. There are 4 types of nucleotides we know. A, T, G, C. Correct? You know this?
Yes.
So each human cell has around 6 feet long of that DNA, that stretch of thread which contains this repetitive 4 units. So let's say each human has around 10 trillion cells. Okay? This would mean that each person has around 60 trillion feet or around 10 billion miles of DNA inside them. So if I were to write those 10 billion miles of DNA, miles is a unit of distance, right? If I was to write these 10 billion miles of DNA just of yours, of Surya's DNA, would that textbook of say this width would be sufficient to encode these codons, these nucleotides? Can you answer this question?
No, ma'am.
No, na? So that is why we need to have specialized system where we can feed in our data. The data here comes from DNA. I am just talking about DNA. I am not touching RNA here. I am not touching protein here. I'm just talking about DNA. If I only write your DNA in that textbook, that would be not sufficient. So we need specialized tool to see, okay, this is Surya's DNA. What are the genes? How many types of modifications are there in Surya's gene? Surya, do you have a sibling? Do you have a brother or sister?
Yeah, I have that.
So is he exactly same like you?
No, not same
No?
like me. No.
No, na? So how
No.
would you find difference in terms of biology? That how you are different from your brother?
By
है
genes?
ना? By genes. And how are you going to analyze those genes?
No
आप कैसे
idea.
वो जीन्स के बारे में पढ़ेंगे? So you will explore your internet, you will explore your laptop, you will explore bioinformatics tools to study those genes. कि ऐसे कौन से genes हैं that differentiate you from your brother? You know, you must be having a different skin complexion. You might be having a different hair texture. You know, all these things are not by random, by not environmental factors. You know, they have specialized genes which results into this phenotype, right? So you need to have certain systems, certain tools which can differentiate your DNA from your brother's DNA. And tomorrow means like say after few decades we have complete different disease. So how we are going to find what caused that disease? We can always analyze the prior DNA and the mutated DNA, and we can find where the mutation means change in the gene, change in your nucleotide had occurred, which has, you know, evolved into a different set of maybe disease. Okay. So for this, to understand biology better, I'm repeating this again, to understand biology better, you need to understand it first. You know, I shared in this slide, I'll show you again. Okay, this. See, there are different inputs where we can work upon to see if these characters are contributing to a disease, to a change, to anything that we know of. There are n number of things that we need to study, still we need to study. You know, we don't have answers to all the questions yet. So we are exploring what we have already in biology, what we know, we are exploring it through computational aids. So computational biology, it is called a computational approach to study and to solve the problems of biology. I think that makes some sense now. Surya?
Yes.
Yeah. And we will, you know, explore all these questions in detail in the coming sessions. So you will really enjoy it. Apart from, you know, you have to study, apart from all those activities, you will actually enjoy doing all the projects, and you will see by yourself, okay, if I mutate this gene, how it is going to show up in the phenotype. If I say mutate gene of my eye color, how would it change the phenotype, right? You understand phenotype? The physical appearance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I assure you all that you'll enjoy a lot in this course.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, I think teacher like Razul, everyone will enjoy. Seriously, you explained it very clear and
Thank you,
clear,
Indranee.
Razul. Because I mean, at this stage, because they're just beginners, they're just the toddlers in this subject. Yeah, she has explained very clearly the ABC of this subject. I mean, literally, people will enjoy when you start exploring it. As she mentioned it, as she has explained, like everything in detail. Okay.
And the privilege
Any
of this
other
course is
questions?
the privilege of this course is that you will understand these concepts directly from scientists. So you will get the more clear-cut idea of what we can do in biology in terms of coding, in terms of computer science, in terms of mathematics, in terms of chemistry, physics, and whatnot, you say.
Even
So you'll thoroughly
statistics,
enjoy. Yeah.
At each and every step, this will be very, very useful. Statistics, you all have subject as a part of in maths now, like mean, median, standard deviation. This will be the basics of that. But based on these simple concepts, how to what extent it has been getting used using these computational tools, you'll be learning more and more within as you get in contact with each of the scientists here. Okay. Other questions? Any other students' questions?
Hi, Rachel.
Hello, sir.
Very nicely you explained the things to the students.
Thank you, sir.
It's very nice, a very nice presentation, and you have described very nicely about the basics, how to understand the things.
Thank you, sir.
I think the students will enjoy the sessions now. Students,
Yes.
please show your interest, because Sundarda will explain you very nicely about the databases, and Prashant will explain very nicely about the protein structure and everything. And Mehak is very good in explaining the things, and Rajul is going to explain. And Renuka madam is also very good in protein modeling, everything. So you will be enjoying the sessions very nicely now. So you do your best. Okay, all the best for your sessions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your appreciation.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Renuka ma'am?
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Yes, it's really very good interactive session. Coming from the basic things and then trying to merge with in informatic tools. So if any of you are interested to come forward and learn more. So that's the way, like you have holidays now, and it's a great opportunity for you to interact and explore what exactly you learn. And if you are really interested in biology, then definitely these sessions and course will help you out to to build your career, to find your path. So that's what I can say right now. And then I would like to thank Manindol and especially Rajul for taking all the time to explain, and as well as taking initiative in presenting in very simple way to make them understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Rajul.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Manindol. So we will close the session now, and we look forward that you fill the forms and enroll so that we can start the next cohort. Thank you.
Welcome all. Rajul, can you both of you switch off your mic, please? Yeah. Welcome, students. One question you are asking, right? Wow, there is a difference between your study of schooling and then bachelor's or master's, everything. So ultimately what you are doing, you study school, then go to a bachelor degree, then go for master, some of you, and then you start working. But in between, you don't know how scientists are working, how scientists are taking a small problem and how they are trying to solve it through clinically or experimentally or theoretically. So this is what we are going to show. So if you say database, I'm going to show how we build the database in a real way. And even the last two semesters, children have built their databases and which is going to be published in a real publication way. So we are going to give you a snapshot what is not taught in school. School gives syllabus. All you learn protein or everything, there is a, but how it is found, how you create a protein, how you find a protein, how you match a protein, all these innovative things, we are just giving a snapshot. So you will be learning what scientists are going to do. So you will become a young buddy scientist at the very age when you are in school itself. That's what our plan. So that the thought will make you to become a scientist or an engineer or doctor later on will make you to become another good scientist. That's the idea. So we are not going to take you too much of time, or we are not going to give you a bundle of books to read. We will just show how things are happening. If it is inspired, you can do some small projects, mini projects. If you have more time in summer holidays, then you can do more projects which are going to be published. There are students from last semester, they are still working with us on COVID database, and maybe you can put the slide on COVID, Rajul, on the screen. And also we have the Nipah virus, which are at the final stage and going to be published soon. So this is how we are doing, and all we are exposing you to all the protein and other softwares which are used really in the docking or anything, whatever name you are just listening in school. We are going to give you a sample of it, snapshot, without taking away too much of your time. In a leisurely way, on Saturdays, alternate Saturdays, we give and we make you to practice it and sense what is happening and what scientists are doing. Yeah, you can see so many scientists around you, and so they will put a nutshell on how things are happening in a simpler way, rather than giving a huge syllabus of books. That's a simple thing. Like you get a tool, you don't know how to start with, how to use it. We'll show it in a simplified way that will inspire. Like I will show 2 lines of coding of Python. That will inspire you. Many of the students have done a lot of coding now, even though they are in class 9 only now. They are going to be in 10 sooner. So they learned it and they enjoyed how they can do things in computer science or data science and things. So we'll be exposed to a lot of things. Like some of the mentees are here. I got stuck with COVID. So last 2 weeks, I could not do much. Now we are going to start up with projects. So the summer is coming. So you'll all enjoy instead of wasting your time. You can learn something new, and then you can move on with whichever is inspiring you out of the 8 topics, main topics we are going to teach. Thank you, one and all. As Rajul say, you start, this is the COVID thing, which is given in international conference and accepted for publication. And it is at the final stage revision, and then it will be published sooner. So you can approach us. We are there 24/7. Even though I'm in Singapore, so I take most of the time I spend with kids and school children in the weekend, because that's which inspires me and making me more young and young. And we have professors also, like Professor Jayaraman. He also fond of spending time, and he's also very good in machine learning. And so a lot of things you can learn. It's learning curve is not for all of you. It's not one semester. It is your beginning. You become a member of BICLUS, and you can continuously attend all the courses, workshops, whatever we teach you, you are there always. It's just one-time entry fee. That's all. Then your life is going to be mended as you want, as you wish. So welcome all of you. With that, I stop here.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, your words are very useful for the kids to motivating. And yeah, it's time to end the session. Thank you very much, one and all. And
can you all turn your video? Yeah, take a photo, Rajul. You close the application, your presentation. All of you switch on your video.
Yeah, Surya, Aradhya, Srihari, can you
Don't be
please
shy,
open up?
always switch on your video.
We'll
This is
have a
only
group
for
photo.
ourselves.
Looks like I'll have to go out and come in to get my video working, if that's all right.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Surya, it is coming. I can see your nice face. Yeah. Srihari, you can open your camera.
Yeah, it's okay if you can't. Yeah. Everyone, please smile. Thank you all for joining this session. Thank you, Renika ma'am. Thank you,
Thank you
Sunil sir.
all.
Thank you,
Have a good
Sunil
day.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Indrani Mahek, and all the students. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Razul, for taking the lead. It was really wonderful session, Razul.
Thank you, Indrani.